Don't know why it's very bad music today. Yeah, warm greetings and welcome, dear audience. A happy weekend to everyone. And we are here again today with another interesting topic. Of course, this is a very common topic, but from a different person, blockchain technology. For this, we have today an eminent speaker and academician, Dr. Vijay Gadicha from India. So, with much pleasure, I welcome him to our session on Real Talk with Experts forum. And to continue this, I would pass the session to Professor Dr. Rania Lampu to do the opening.
Warm
Welcome, Dr.
greetings
Rania.
from Greece.
Welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Estera. Warm greetings from Greece, everyone, dear audience around the world, parents, educators, and students. Welcome to the Real Talk with Experts, hosted by me, Professor Rania Lampu, and Professor Dr. Estera. I'm advisor at Elegant Empire Education. I'm a STEM instructor researcher. I'm working at the Greek Ministry of Education and the Greek Astronomy Space Company. Welcome again to our education lifestyle journey towards 2030. This forum is powered by Elegant Empire Education Malaysia, a prestigious educational-based organization which focuses on quality education for all, regardless race, country, and religion. Our idealistic and visionary founder, Ambassador Professor Esther Mala, focuses on upholding a quality education that develops individuals from all walks of life to their potential, which ignites curiosity, enriches knowledge, and nurtures personal and professional growth. Her vision matches with the mission of Elegant Empire Education as it curates a diverse range of online summits, workshops, webinars, and training sessions led by experts and outstanding leaders from various fields. Elegant Empire Education creates an inclusive and supportive environment, and by harvesting the power of technology and innovation, and through this platform, we aim to collaboratively organize educational events that will enhance knowledge dissemination, skill development, and fostering a lifelong learning global community. Elegant Empire Education strictly follows the slogan, quality education for all. And today, our topic will focus on blockchain technology. We're privileged to have an expert in the digital field with us, Dr. Vijay Gadicha from India, who will enlighten us. Blockchain technology, which actually ensures the integrity and transparency of data, it's a promising technology promising to revolutionize various industries by providing a secure, transparent, and decentralized way of recording transactions and managing data. So now it's time to introduce our prominent panelists for today. It's Dr. Vijay Gadicha, an academician and researcher currently working as an associate professor at the PR Paul Patil College of Engineering and Management in India. So welcome, Dr. Vijay.
Yeah, namaste.
Thank you very much for accepting our invitation. We're very happy to have you and to have a lot to say to enlighten the audience about blockchain technology. Yes, we talk a lot about this, but I think that a lot of teachers especially don't know what it is still. So I will start my first question by asking you what are the emerging trends in blockchain technology nowadays?
I think you asked about recent trends, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, actually, madam, we need to understand this that blockchain technology started its grooves from peer-to-peer communication or peer-to-peer networking. Now, what is peer-to-peer networking? See, today's systems which are existing, whether it's educational softwares, ERP solution, banking solutions, or whether other various other solutions which are existing in the form of software, what actually happens, you keep on pulling the data, you keep on putting the data in them, and the data will be stored on a centralized server. And whenever you seek information, those servers correspondingly provide you the data. So this is the paradigm which is going on in a hospital, in a bank, in a government, in a school, in a college, in the laboratory. So they keep on, scanning the data from you. You keep on loading it. The data will be loaded, and whenever you want any sort of data to be accessed from those servers, that will be served to you. Now here the problem is there is one centralized equipment called server. And if that centralized equipment got compromised, if it is got hacked, if it is got challenged, then your entire system is in trouble. Your entire system even collapse. So this is the challenge which we have. So in 2009, first of all, there's a paper came from the one of the very renowned scientists, which is not actually even derived today, and he's Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto happens to be an identity who first ever proposed a peer-to-peer network. Now, in peer-to-peer network, there is no centralized authority. There is no centralized server as such. Now, what do you mean out of that? I mean, everybody which is participating in the network is the owner of the network. So if you want to induce any data, introduce any data into it, so you have to pre-authenticate that from the earlier existing participants. And if earlier existing participant in the chain will acknowledge that, then you can add the data into it. And this is the very birth of the distributed ledger technology. Now in distributed ledger technology, you can keep on putting the data. That data will be explored by every participant in the network, not only the centralized authority, which is likely of the existing system. So every participant which is existing in the network can view the data, can view the transaction, and surprisingly in blockchain, the stealing of the information, the modification of the information, the manipulation of the information is not feasible, literally impossible, because it uses hash function, because it uses hash technology. Now, coming to your question, I expected to set the background. Coming to your question about the latest trends in blockchain. See, the biggest trend which is going on, right? Anything is cryptocurrency, right? So
Sorry,
everybody is.
Dr. Vijay, sorry to interrupt you. Can you
Yeah,
please briefly tell us what is hash technology just now so that our audience will also learn?
yeah, certainly. Yeah, sure. See,
Please.
hash is an
Oh, you
encryption algorithm. Hash is an encryption algorithm. Now, what is encryption? Try to understand this. See, if you have a critical data, secret data, say for example, your transaction with a bank. So you have some critical information, secret information, which you don't want that somebody else will express or somebody else will access, right? So what you will do, you will convert this plain text into a complicated text, which is called a ciphertext. Now, to convert this plain text into ciphertext, you use encryption function. And hash is one of the kind of encryption function. So what it does, it converts your plain text into ciphertext, plain text into complicated text. So even if somebody will hack it, even if somebody, some eavesdropper, some hacker will tackle your information, he will capture your information, still he cannot afford to get the interpretations that what this information is all about. And this is the beauty of hash. Now, why the question might be, why hash is only involved in blockchain? Because if you go and check and change some of the participants of hash function or some of the outcomes of hash function, the entire hash code of all the blocks which are in the blockchain will change. So once a hash code of all the blocks will change, automatically every participant start identifying that, hey, somebody is updating the information, somebody is malpracticing with the data, somebody is trying to steal the information. So they will negate your transaction, they will reject your transaction, and your hacking operation, your information stealing operation will be discarded from the blockchain, and you will be no more existing for participating in the blockchain. So this is the beauty of blockchain. That's why I said it is literally impossible to hack the blockchain. And that's why all the money which is getting involved in millions and billions of dollars is very safe in blockchain. I hope I answered your query.
Yes, very clearly. Because if I don't ask you this question now, Doctor, because our audience are not all from IT background or
Certainly,
experts.
certainly,
So
certainly.
yeah, we
No,
have
it's
students, we have educators, we have commoners, yeah.
Yes,
our
yes,
normal public. So if they don't understand, they'll be wondering whenever you mention the word, they'll be wondering
yes, yes.
which monster are you talking about? So once you explain, they understand what you're talking about. That's why. Okay, please proceed, Dr. Vijay and Dr.
Yeah,
Rania.
yeah. No, I will be more than happy if you can interrupt me and ask me all these keywords, because these are, see, I understand these are typical keywords, right? This is not the generic educational keywords. They are typical and they have typical meaning. Now, I was asking the earlier question of Dr. Anya, saying that what are the latest trends? See, one of the latest trends I told you about cryptocurrency. So it's all about virtual money. Like I'm sitting in India, and tomorrow if metaverse is over here, or if I want to purchase any goodie from, say, like even in India or in Asia or in America or England, I can purchase it by demolishing the country borders. I need not compulsorily have to have the American dollars with me. If I have a crypto, I can go and purchase certain thing by using crypto. So there's absolutely demolishing the economic borders, or the change of currency is not compulsory now. I can even
So,
survive with
so what is the denomination they use in blockchain?
oh, yes, yes, yes.
Please
See,
proceed.
there are number of coins. Actually, they designed coins. So one of the coin is Bitcoin, right? So if you can convert Bitcoin in Indian rupees, it comes around 25 lakhs one Bitcoin. So they already set their standards that one coin is equal to how many dollars, one coin is equal to how many euros, one coin is equal to how many rupees. So there are already standards, and there are number of coins, like Ether has its own coin, then there are Ripple, there are other coins, and there are numerous number of coins. I mean, you simply visit some of the websites. I can give some websites, coindelta.com. So you will determine their number of coins, and every coin has their own standards, and depending upon those standards you will fix the amount, that okay, this coins means this coins mean this. So even if you have to purchase an ice cream, you can purchase by using Bitcoin, or using a virtual currency. Or even if you have to purchase a tank regiment altogether, you can purchase it by using Bitcoin. So it's that versatile, it's that big. So this is one of the trend which is going on right now, as far as the Bitcoin is concerned, sorry, blockchain is concerned. So that is Bitcoin or virtual currency. But already governments and the industries has started using it. I want to share one of the applications, Dr. Rania, that in healthcare, Bitcoin is blockchain is very famously now getting used. Now you'll be astonished that how at all in healthcare industry we are using blockchain. See, if you can capture some of the readings of a patient by using IoT, Internet of Things, right? Now you have a lot of real-time data concerning to a patient which you captured through IoT. Now what you will do, you can share that data with the surgeon, with the doctors, with the technician, which are sitting into the various parts of the world. So even though they are geographically separated, they are residing in a different part of the world, you can share that critical information of the patient by using blockchain. And you need to rest assured that whoever the patient is, whoever your customer is, the information is intact, it is integrated, and it is confidentially shared with the expertise. And those expertise sitting at some corner of the world can give their expression that what sort of disease this is, how to diagnose this, what sort of surgery it required, what sort of medicine a patient can take, etc., etc. So these are some of the applications of blockchain. Blockchain is also evolving its wings to agriculture as well. See, if you're a farmer and you are indulging in the agriculture farming, especially smart farming nowadays by using IoT, so you can share the images or the data concerning to your crop with the agriculture experts. The data travels very confidentially and secrecy to those experts, and the experts advise you what sort of organic remedies or inorganic remedies you can take onto the crop. Is there at all need of the pesticide to be deployed, what sort of moisture a crop is requiring, etc., etc., how far your market is, how quickly you have to supply your goodies to the market. So this is very, very critical information for the farmers. So these information can traverse over blockchain network very, very confidentially and very, very critically. So these are some of the latest trends. Even I can share you one of the application which is already deployed in India. Government start using it now. If you are a owner of a land, right? So if you are a owner of a land, the record of the land is kept on blockchain. So you can view your the typicalness or specificness about the land, what is the size of it, what is situated surrounding to the land, what is the current price of that land, etc., etc. So all those government records even are kept on blockchain, and it is visible by the customers as well, who are the participant onto the blockchain network. So these are some of the recent trends which are going on with blockchain. I expect I answered the question.
Dr. Rania got to answer. You're muted, dear. Please unmute.
It was very nice. You mentioned about peer-to-peer network also. You explained this term. This is this decentralized network architecture where each participant or peer has equal status and, as you said, can function as both a client and server. And unlike traditional client-server models, where a central server manages and distributes resources, peer-to-peer networks actually rely on the direct interaction between peers to share resources such as files, data, etc. So you mentioned many applications in healthcare. Yes, and blockchain in healthcare is used to secure patient data, to manage electronic health records, to streamline supply chains for pharmaceuticals. And of course, this ensures data integrity, privacy, reduces the risk of illegal activities. And in arts also, we need to mention non-fungible tokens, which is very popular. Non-fungible tokens represent unique digital assets in art, music, and collectibles on the blockchain. They're very popular. And of course, in banks, as you said, agriculture, and let's not forget about NGOs also, because blockchain is used also for social impact. Non-profits and social enterprises are leveraging blockchain for transparent donation tracking and fair trade certification and ensuring the ethical sourcing of goods. So many applications so far in many domains. And how actually, now I want you to tell me, how does blockchain differ from traditional databases? What is the difference?
Oh, yes. It's a very nice question, actually.
Awesome question. Very good
Yeah,
questions. I like it also.
yes, it is, because see, this is the paradigm shift in the data storage now. Earlier, you have huge hard disk, huge data storage. There are different technologies for storing the data, cloning, mirroring. There's a RAID technology. There are array of hard disk. There are array of storage things. So everything is available. But now, what blockchain provides you? See, blockchain gives you distributed ledger, which is very different. Now, what is distributed ledger? Try to understand it. See, in databases, if you are a user and if you are keeping the data, you are storing the data onto the server. So server having an entry of your data, which always an administrator can explore, and you may have an acknowledgement that you stored the data. Equation closed over here. But in case of blockchain, the paradigm shifts. What is the paradigm shift? The paradigm shift is every transaction which is happening on blockchain is visible to you, because you are the equal owner of that. There, in centralized system, only server will records all the transactions, and you as a user will be having only your transaction. But in case of blockchain, as it's a peer-to-peer network, so every participant is the equal owner. So every transaction which is happening onto the in the entire blockchain network is visible to you.
So
And
don't
you
you
also
think it's
can,
data privacy? Means people can view your information and all that. I think it's going to affect your privacy, your data privacy and all.
not at all, because the transaction which is visible to you is encrypted using hash. So even if you want to
Oh,
open it, it doesn't open, right?
like you say, it's
And
common it's shared by everybody. Everybody can see each other's thing. But that's what I meant by, is there isn't any privacy? Everybody
can you
can view. Sorry, never mind. Please carry on.
Yes, yes,
I will.
yes. Everybody can view the transaction, but
Yeah.
your critical information is encrypted. So
Oh.
even if I come to know that Dr. Mala and Dr. Rania is conversing and doing something, but I don't know the
Ah.
content,
Oh,
and
okay. But you
and
know what they are doing something. So to I mean
yes,
only at the surface. Okay, deeper level you can't access. Okay, got it. Got it.
actually, to be honest, it is also difficult to reveal the identity because identity is also
Ah.
encrypted. Yes, but
Oh.
for the
Okay.
sake of an analogical example, I am quoting like that. But
Uh
even
huh.
to reveal the Dr. Rania's identity that she is active onto the blockchain network is it's literally impossible. Like I will share you a
Oh,
case study with
but
you,
say
people.
in case of crime, say cybercrime or any crime investigation and all that. So can the authorities access to this information, although it's encrypted? I mean, it's only allowing only the owner to have the access. Don't you think can it like hinder their work, investigation and all that?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you are getting now critical. Yes,
Ah, yeah,
this
very
is very
critical. Yeah.
yes, this is very interesting question. That is it the most secure solution? See, it
Yes.
depends upon it depends upon the smart contracts which you people have signed while forming the blockchain. There are smart
Okay.
contracts which we have to sign that
Hmm.
if my coin or if my data traverse through these many scrutiny encryption algorithms, then it will find a place in the blockchain, then it will be validated, and that the process of validation is called as proof of work. So there's different mechanism altogether to validate a block or to validate a information, then only that information comes and joins the block, otherwise not. This is one thing. Second thing, when you're saying that how secure a blockchain is, let us determine it. I mean, if tomorrow morning Dr. Rania thinks so that I'm also going to have a blockchain network and going to have a cryptocurrency onto it, or for other purposes I'm going to have that blockchain network. See, it depends upon how many blocks you have mined, what is your mining criteria, and what are the smart contracts which you come up with while forming the blockchain network. That is the spirit of your blockchain network. Actually, that is the metal behind your blockchain network. That actually narrates your blockchain network strength. Why people blindly go and invest Indian rupees, lakhs and lakhs rupees for bitcoins, not with other coins? Because the belief, the strength of the blockchain network of Bitcoin is robust, it's trendy, and nobody can break. That's why a coin's price in Bitcoin is very huge in compared to the Ripple and other coins which are available. So yes, cybersecurity is a critical issue with Bitcoin, but it again depends upon how you formed your coin network, what are your smart contracts, how you signed them, what is your mutual understanding, how your mining process is, etc., etc. So there are a number of things which will decide this parameter. I hope I addressed your question.
Fantastic. Please carry on.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
if you
doctor,
can,
but it's sorry to interrupt you. We talk about security here. Have you heard about the recent news that the two former MIT students, we're talking about the 20 years old students, tried to charge with stealing 25 millions of crypto in 12 seconds? Do you know the case, the recent case?
actually, madam, your voice is breaking. Can you come again, please?
Yes, I'm asking. Actually, I'm mentioning the recent case, the news about two former MIT students, 20 years old students, who charged with stealing 25 millions of crypto in 12 seconds.
Oh,
Do you
yes.
know the case? It's a recent case, and this actually
Actually,
revealed the weaknesses of blockchain system and what can be done in order to
yes, yes,
improve it.
yes,
Because
yes,
this
yes,
was a scandal. We're talking about
yes,
20
yes.
years old boys hacked the blockchain technology.
They are far ahead the
See, yeah.
technology.
They
Well,
stole 25 millions in 12 seconds. So,
I
what do you think?
I was about to talk on this, and you asked the question. I was actually discussing that case study, and
Okay.
you justly asked that question. See, it's not the breach in Bitcoin network. Like, let's consider that Dr. Mala is owner of some bitcoins, and she owns some bitcoins. Now Actually, what happens if you're owning some Bitcoin? See, at the end of the day, what you will get with you will get your login name and password. So if you want to sell your Bitcoin, you have to log in with login name and password. You can sell it, you can earn the profit, right? Now, if that login password will be get compromised, if that login password will anyhow get shared, then mind you, those Bitcoins are not your Bitcoins, those Bitcoins are your partner's Bitcoins. So he can do anything, with those Bitcoins, which is once he has login password, so he can do anything with your Bitcoins. uh, by knowingly or unknowingly, sometimes we share our critical information in open system that is called as internet. See, hackers are sitting over there and they are reading your pattern of talk. Maybe they don't get the exact content because now everything is end-to-end encrypted. Even your WhatsApp chats or Facebook chats are end-to-end encrypted. But what they do a phenomena called as cryptanalysis. Now, what cryptanalysis is all about? Cryptanalysis can read the pattern of your talk. It can read the pattern of your chat. And from that pattern, they apply all the permutations and combinations and they derive your secret chat by some way or the other. Say, for example, if Dr. Rania is texting some critical message to me, and she's sending that message of 8 to 10 alphabets nearly every day, right? So somebody who is watching our conversation, who has hacked our conversation, may don't exactly get the plain text which Dr. Rania is saying to me, but he can apply all the permutations and combination of the alphabets, and one of the alphabet will be that conversation which Dr. Rania has done with me. So by virtue of that as well, information can be stealed. This is there are algorithms for that, and there are mechanisms for that as well. There are a number of machine learning algorithms which are doing this thing, or there are other algorithms as well. But yes, the earlier case was like, if you can compromise your authentication information, your access control information, like username and password, then believe me, the coins which you have owned from huge amount is not your own coins. Those are compromised. Those are now with somebody. Like, you locked your door of your house and your key is visible to everyone. Your key is with everyone. So it's not your house now, it's everybody's house. It's like that.
Yes, great, great. And as you said, blockchain differs from traditional databases in terms of architecture, functionality, in terms of application, the data structure. Blockchain consists of blocks. It's decentralized, it's distributed across a network of nodes. Transparency allows all participants to view transactions, enhancing trust, security, and trust. And of course, the case of validation, because this ensures data consistency, integrity, and uses consensus algorithm. So many applications, and this offers actually transformative potential across various sectors. But what happened with education? I mean, what are the most promising applications of blockchain technology in education? I think educators are very interested in learning more about this.
I was expecting this from Dr. Rania. See, in education, there's a biggest application which is lying, and actually there are some educational institutions which have already, start using it. Say, for example, you're doing some research. Especially, we all know that in 2019, unfortunately, we faced end COVID-19, right? And number of people has lost their jobs, even their lives, their relatives, and all. So now somebody has thought that, okay, I'm going to have a COVID-19 vaccine. I'm going to do some research, and I'm going to keep it critical. I'm going to keep it secret, but I need some test cases. I need some healthy proofs that whether it's working in all geographical conditions for all human beings, it providing profitable results, formidable results, right? So what you will do, you start sharing your research articles. You start sharing your critical information. Now, where to share that critical information? If you're sharing it on open network like internet, you are in trouble. It's no more secure. So you can go back to blockchain and share this information over there. So all the research information which a researcher is doing, which he has to get the legitimate privilege about, must be shared onto the blockchain network. And he can share that in his own network, where he will get the opinions, he will get different dimensions of result analysis, where he can get the recommendation or observations from some other researchers who are his siblings into the other institutions in other part of the world. They can always come up with a positive opinion about that research, and in this way blockchain can help in great deal for education. Nowadays, I mean, I don't find there are days which are very far as far as the metaverse is concerned. If metaverse is here, blockchain is going to provide huge role over there. Say for example, in case of metaverse, if it is here, so I'll be trying to learn something from an institute which is in Greece. So I'll be submitting my assignment on blockchain, and Dr. Rania will analyze that assignment, and she will put the marks to me in India. So this is possible. So metaverse with blockchain can do that. And believe me, if the quantum computing is not far away, we are going to see a huge application of blockchain, even education as well. And as I told you, number of educational institutions already started doing it. Like in 150 kilometers away from my own city, there's an institute, very renowned institute called VNIT. They already started, a laboratory on blockchain mining. There's a huge work which is going on in IIT Bombay. So they are premier institutes of India. They have started already working on blockchain and blockchain mining.
Yes, definitely. And in education, as you mentioned, there are so many potential applications already are happening with digital certificates, credential verification, with student records management, with all these decentralized learning platforms, with academic research and content management, and of course, at the same time, there are challenges. The challenges have to do with scalability, how to implement blockchain across large educational systems. This requires, of course, significant resources and coordination. Challenge of data privacy, how to balance transparency with data protection is critical when we deal with sensitive information. And of course, the challenge of adoption and standardization, because widespread adoption requires global standards for blockchain-based credentials and records. So yes, in education, we will see the next years many transformation. So what are, in general, the challenges and what are the solutions in the adoption of blockchain technology? What do you think?
The challenges is actually this technology is very new, and it is yet to be digested by various organizations. Say for example, tomorrow morning if I get up and I ask Dr. Rania that, hey, all the mark sheets or grade cards of your institutions, I want to put it on blockchain so that they all remain safe, and any employer can express them if you allow them. And once they access them, they can employ your students in their companies or in their industries. So this is one solution I have, which is very secret and very modest solution. But the academicians or industries are yet to digest this concept, because all the the blockchain formation or deployment at various industries or even academics institutions or research organization or even in governments, it needs some cost. So there's a huge cost associated to it. And the second challenge which I personally feel is the intellect, the intelligence which is required to deploy a blockchain. Because every now and then, whenever you have to form a new block, you have to mine it. And to mine a blockchain is not a piece of cake for everyone. So you need those sort of programmers, those sort of intelligent AI developers, which is a challenge. So yes, the cost involved and the intellect is a real challenge to deploy blockchain technologies. And if you're trying to inherit from already existing companies, it has huge cost associated to it, as well as the maintenance.
Yes, definitely. Dr.
I
Esther,
hear more and more. Yeah. Sorry. Carry on.
Do you want to ask something?
Before we close, yeah. So I'm a bit like curious. The more you share, it's very interesting. But again, I've been having. I feel like blockchain. I'm very insecure about blockchain. For me, it's okay. I'm not a big timer, but how about those who invest a lot there? And again, if you give access to more than one person into your blockchain database, how would you know that who is? I mean, of course, you can trace who is getting access to your blockchain, your particular
See,
blockchain.
it's as I told you, it's very difficult to uniquely identify a person that who is on blockchain.
That's
Let
the
me let
thing. That's
me
the
let me
thing.
share a case study with you, right?
Yeah, like
In
what
in
Dr.
two,
Rania mentioned. It only takes how many seconds? 20 seconds.
come
Yes,
Yeah,
again?
yes,
20 seconds for a 20 years old kids. We call them kids to break into it.
yes.
So
But they were graduates of MIT. They were hackers,
they were
professional hackers. They were graduates from MIT.
MIT.
So
Okay.
MIT, the
Yeah,
Massachusetts
that's it.
Institute of Technology. They
Yes,
were
yes.
hackers,
See,
professional
that
hackers. Yes.
that I already shared with you. Like if your credentials, if your critical information, which is allowing you to enter into the blockchain, if that get compromised, anybody can get into the blockchain.
Yeah, that's the
But if
problem.
you,
So nothing is
I mean,
secured, right?
this is,
In
yeah,
this
this is
world
very
now.
generic thing. Like if you can keep on sharing your OTPs and pin with somebody, then your money in bank is not your money anymore. That is somebody
Yes.
else's money. So even 20 seconds or more, if some smart programmer is there, he can hack it in 5 or 10 seconds. So it's
Yes.
like that. I was about to share a case study with you people. Like in
Yes.
in 2019, government of India has decided to ban the blockchain, and then suddenly they decided that all the transactions which is going to be done on blockchain or using cryptocurrency should be banned, should not be allowed. But then they lateral they realize that it is literally impossible to identify that who's doing the business on blockchain. They fail to identify that who is actually selling the cryptocurrency. Then later on they come up with the concept and saying resolving that particular government resolution, and they sort of diluted it, and they said that, hey, if you're at blockchain, do your business with cryptocurrency and pay 30% of your profits to government. And now that
But
rule is
there's
still
no bank
existing.
involved. So how do they trace actually? You think people
Come
are
again?
honest? You see, like since there's no bank directly involved, right? It's
No.
one person to another person, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what
Yes.
I learned, that it's
Yes.
a person to person or organization to organization, right? So there's no
Yes.
bank involved, direct transaction,
No.
no third party. So so how, I just don't understand, if anything goes wrong between these parties, and especially like you say, they have to pay 30% to the government. You think they're going to be very honest? How the government is going to trace that how
Okay.
much money they're making and all that?
Yeah. Let me put a symbolic example, and that will clarify
Great.
your question. Let's
Yes.
consider today evening you purchased a Bitcoin of $10. Okay.
Hmm.
And say, for example, you waited and you tracked the market, and next week around it becomes $12. And now
Wow.
you are, yeah, it became $12. And now what you have done, you have sell the half the coin. So once you sell half the coin, you got $6. So you encash $6, and those $6 gone to your bank, and $6 are also already invested into the half the
Ah,
Bitcoin
okay.
which is there.
Now I got
Okay.
it.
Now, yeah, now you got the $6 in your pocket at your bank. Now you have to pay 30% tax of that.
Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the way. That's the
So
way the
yeah,
bank can
so
know how much.
yes, so your investment was $5, and your profit was $1. So from $1 you have to pay 30% tax to the government, and then you are
Government.
safe.
Okay.
Then your money is
Got it.
safe. So
Yeah, yeah.
when you're withdrawing it and putting it in your pocket, putting in your bank account, you'll be caught over there, because that link is shown to government. That is visible to
Ah,
government, that this money is
yeah.
flowing.
Otherwise,
So
okay, great.
government can catch you over there. But
Hmm.
unless and until you are at Bitcoin network, nobody will catch you, because nobody knows it's you.
Hmm.
It's
But
like
I
that.
think even that they will find their way to, squirm their way out from being caught. I think, you see, the more the technology grows, the hackers also become more and more experts. So
Certainly.
never mind, we can't escape, we can't run away from technology. Yeah, we have
Yes.
to accept, we have to ingest it, and we have to practice it. If I say everybody is using blockchain and it's required for you to also get involved with that, you can say no, I don't believe in that. You got no choice. Yeah, so I
Yes.
think in future all the parents will send their children to study IT, particularly blockchain.
Yes.
Thank God.
See, the reason is like, I mean, it's a sort of battle. Say, for
Yeah,
example, if I'm an antivirus developer, I design a beautiful antivirus. I developed that. It used to cover various viruses. But who will purchase? Dr. Mala doesn't purchase that antivirus. Dr. Arya doesn't purchase that
they
antivirus.
will make
Now, what I
people.
have done, see what I have
They will
done,
make
I
people
created a
buy.
small virus in their computers. Now
Yeah.
that virus is troubling them. And I know how to rectify that virus. Now they purchase my antivirus. So it's
Yes.
like that.
Yes. That's how the hackers been doing all this time.
Yeah.
Virus. They want to sell their virus, antivirus. So they create virus.
Yeah.
Oh, you
So
see, now in
it's
this
like that.
world, people make money in many ways. So this is also one of the ways the hackers. So the more the technology grows, become more sophisticated, and the hackers become even more sophisticated. Okay. So anyway, we have to adapt to it. Is that all, Dr. Rania, Dr. Vijay?
Yes.
Shall we close the session?
Yes, I think we can close. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Dear, please close the
Thank
session.
you so much, Dr. Vijay Gadicha and participants. It's my honor to give the closing remarks to the forum Real Talk with Experts. What a joy to organize this forum online and to be able to welcome experts and dignitaries in the field of education, which is a good sign to collaborate together in order to enhance the education system globally. I would strongly emphasize that the slogan Quality Education for All accomplished the mission and vision of Elegant Higher Education. Thank you, Dr. Vijay, a teacher from India, for highlighting how blockchain technology offers transformative potential across various sectors by providing secure, transparent, and decentralized solutions. Its applications are expanding as the technology matures, and its integration with other technologies like Internet of Things, AI, Big Data is likely to unlock even more innovative uses in the future. These trends highlight blockchain's versatility and its power to transform various sectors by providing secure and efficient solutions. And as technology evolves, continued innovation and adoption are expected across multiple industries. While there are significant challenges to the adoption of blockchain technology, this can be addressed through a combination of technical innovations, strategic collaborations, and proactive engagement with regulators and stakeholders. By addressing these challenges, organizations can harness transformative potential and in order to create secure, efficient systems across various industries. So thank you again, Dr. Vijay, for your very informative talk. Heart gratitude I would address to the brilliant audience, the teachers, to parents and students who made it here with us today out of your busy schedule. We will meet again next week with another interesting topic. And before I let you go, let us give a big thank you to Ambassador Professor Esther Mala, the visionary founder, the brain and the heart of Elegant Higher Education, as the project director. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you so
Yes.
much. It was my pleasure.
Yeah, such an interesting session today. I think both of us, we have a longer time. I think we'll talk more. Never mind, we can always have part two if you still want to share more things, Dr.
Yes.
Vijay. Please update us, and either one of us, we can have part two or even any other interesting topic you feel that because since you are an academician and expert in this area, you can also suggest it to me or Dr. Rania. We can have another session. We can also invite you to our SDG session. Yeah, Sustainable Development Goal Forum. We have similar forum like this,
Okay.
but Sustainable Development Goal topic. So you can choose 1 to 17, any SDG and particular topic which you think that you want to share. So we will fix a date for you and we will welcome you to that forum and also our professional masterclass. So dear audience, I'm so glad that today we had a wonderful session. Thank you to Dr. Vijay Gadicha. Thank you,
Thank
Professor
you.
Dr. Rania, for this amazing session. I hope you have enjoyed. I know those who are in line with this topic would have enjoyed. So we are, me and Dr. Rania. So it's really a pleasure having you all today. So we will meet again next week with another amazing panelist. Yeah, we have prepared. Who is that, Professor Rania?
Dr. Rutho from Philippines.
Yeah, she's another expert. So we will meet her. And for our SDG forum, yes, we have another expert from India to share with us. Just look out for the poster on my timeline. Thank you so much. Happy
Thank you so much.
weekend.
It was my pleasure, being
Yeah.
surrounded with